You know, a lot of people nearly think that you only go to the outfield when you're not good enough to play the infield. In leagues that are with kids your age, a lot of times that's what people think, that going to the outfield is kind of like a death sentence, that that's where they put the sorry people. Well, that's not true. A lot of the very best players that there are outfielders. It's very important to have a good outfield. The balls that are hit there, there's nothing behind you but green grass and a fence way back there, and if it gets past an outfielder a lot of times, that's a run. So it's very important to have good outfielders, and nobody should ever think that they're putting the outfield as punishment or anything like that. It's a very important position, is playing the outfield. Now, a lot of things about the outfield are just like playing the infield. You know, we started off early talking about the glove, and I told you that in the infield you want to use a glove normally that's a little bit smaller and a little flatter than you do in the outfield. So I've changed gloves as we've come out here to talk about the outfield, and I've got a much bigger glove than I had before. Because if I get to a ball now, I want to be able to catch it, not just stop it. Because my job in the outfield more often is to catch like fly balls and things. I still have to throw them a lot of times. I still want to catch it in a way that I can throw it, and we'll talk about that. But it's important to be able to just catch it in the outfield a lot of times, so I do want to have a bigger glove. It's also important to get ready in the outfield. Remember how you showed me a while ago that some people get ready? How do we do that? With hands on their knees? You know, and that's not good in the outfield either, because when the ball's hit, what have I got to do with my hands before I go? I got to get them off my knees, and that slows me down, doesn't it? So I don't want my hands on my knees in the outfield just like I don't want my hands on my knees in the infield. I want to be ready in the outfield just like I was in the infield. And I want to move to the ball that's in front of me. I start off running, and then I spread out a little bit as I get to the ball so that I'm under control. If it's to the side of me, what kind of step do we take? Where we turn and go. That's called a crossover step. So we use a crossover step in the outfield if we have to. Now, in the outfield, we may catch a ground ball a little bit different than we do in the infield sometimes. Remember, in the infield, the basic way we catch a ground ball, can you show me that again? Face me over here and show me how you catch a ground ball in the infield with your feet spread and push out in front of you. And that's basically the way you catch it in the outfield, okay? The normal ground ball, that's the way you would catch it in the outfield. Same way as in the infield. Pushing into it as you go through it. Now, some outfielders like to catch the ball sometimes on the side. They feel that they can run and scoop the ball on the side here and then come up with a crow hop and throw, and that's a little bit faster. But that's a very, very dangerous way to try to catch ground balls in the outfield, because if it gets up under that glove, it's just gone way back there, and then it's a horse race between you and the base runner. So that's kind of a dangerous way to do that, although some people like to do it. Another way that we sometimes use to catch ground balls in the outfield is to get down on one knee and block them. Because remember I mentioned to you, Nita, that if it gets past you and goes way out into the outfield, we got problems, don't we? So sometimes when a throw's not very important and we got a little extra time, we want to get down on a knee and block the ball right here. Now, we get down on our throwing side knee. If I throw right-handed, I want to get down on my right knee, and you want that knee to be about even with the heel of your left foot. Not back, because that gets you off balance, but up about even with the heel of your left foot. And then you just drop your glove and your hand and arms down into the space between the heel and the knee, and you cover that area up, watching the ball into there. And then it just comes in here, and you're blocking everything to keep the ball from going past you. And Neely, if you'll go over there and roll me one, we'll show them what it looks like. Okay? Right here, and you just block that ball, and that keeps it from getting past you.